Hello, this is Mitch from SB2K Designs. Today I'm going to show you how to take one of our sports cards templates and customize it for your own personal needs. First thing you want to do is locate the template where you downloaded it to. Once you've unzipped the file, you'll see the front of the card, the back of the card. You'll see the fonts we used inside that particular card, and you'll see a set of written instructions. What you want to do to start with first you want to open the front of the card. Now about our cards, I like to design them. I put a color overlay to let you know exactly where the edge of the card will be at. This is called the bleed line. Anything underneath this color overlay will be printed. Anything outside may or may not be printed. But generally the card itself will be underneath the screen. You can turn this layer on or off by simply clicking the little eye icon on that particular layer. Also, sometimes these guidelines can get frustrating, so you can turn them off by going to View and clicking on Extras. A final note on the overlay layer, make sure it is turned off before you send it to the printers. Now, our other layers, I like to color them to make it as easy as possible. My logo layers is always blue. That way you know your logo goes here. Any layers with green will be a text layer, which means that you can change the text inside those layers. And any layer that has red will be a picture layer, which means that is where your pictures will go at. So let's get started. First thing we want to do is go to find a picture that we want to use in this particular template. I have an example folder, and with this I want to use this particular image here on the front of the card. So first what I do is I click it and I just drag and drop it, and that brings it straight into Photoshop. You can also locate your images by using File and Open and then navigating that way, but it's a lot simpler just to drag and drop. Now we want to click back on our template layer to make it the active window, and we want to scroll down until we find the placeholder layer. That's where our image is going to go, and we want to click it to highlight it. Now we want to go back to our image, click on it to highlight that window. Now we want to select our selection tool. Now we want to take this picture and just click and drag it over into our template. Now our picture is here. We can close this because we no longer need that. Now I like to go full screen as possible, so I'll bring it up here and let go of it, and that will dock it, and you can work it a whole lot better. Now while this image layer is selected, you can hit Control and T. That will bring up your transform tool that will put little handles around your pictures where you can stretch it to make it the size that you need it to be. First, click your little constrain tool button at the top. That will make it keep its proportions and it won't get all cockeyed on you. Now you can grab a handle and stretch it as big or small as you want it. And then you can click anywhere you want, move it around to where you got it about where you like it at, double click it. Now we want to go back. That layer should still be highlighted. What we want to do now is hold down on the Alt button, the ALT, and now when you move your mouse in between these two layers while holding the Alt button, you'll see that it turns into a little square with a little down arrow on it. When you see the little square with the down arrow, left click one time. That will set your image into the template. That clips it to this placeholder layer. Now you can actually hold your control T down again. That brings up the transformer tool again. That way, in case you need to resize your image, and don't forget to use your constrain tool. That'll make it keep its proportions. You can move it up or down, just as long as you stay inside the borders there. Get it about where you want it. Double click it. Now your image is inside your template. Okay, the next step is I like to start working from the bottom, work my way to the top. So, and I like to color match because it seems like it makes it more personal for each team. So we'll go down to the background color layer, and then what we want it to do is we want to click on a swatch over here. That will bring up our paint picker, and we'll see this window pop up, but our little hand has now become a little paint picker, color picker. So we'll just click on the orange to match their colors. Click OK. Click our paint bucket, which right click if it's set at gradient. It's the same. These share the same button, so you want to make sure you want to choose the paint bucket. You do that by right clicking, and it gives you the option of choosing between the two. Go anywhere, because we have this layer selected, that'll be the one that it's applied to. Click one time, and that drops the orange, changes the bottom layer to an orange layer. Now you can leave these white if you like, the stripes around the sunburst part, but if you want to make it more personal, you can double click, and that will bring up your layer style box, and you can put a color overlay on the stripes. You can make it any color you wish. You can make it blue, green, any color of the rainbow, but we're going to make it more personal, so we want to use the sort of pick maybe some of the black, maybe on our hat here. Click OK and OK. So now we're done with the bottom two layers, and our picture layer is done. Now we come to the team placeholder. So what we want to do here, we use the gradient tool. So now back over here, where our paint bucket, we want to right click and choose the gradient tool this time. Now we want to use the two colors in the card, which is the primary colors, the black and the orange. So we set our swatches. So we make one of them black, one of them orange. That way we have a black and an orange. Now anything that's on the top right here will be on the left side. Anything that's on the right will be on the right side, depending on which route you're going. So we want to reverse them, because we want the orange on this side, the black on this side. Now we'll go up here, make sure our gradient too, we want it to make sure the linear gradient is chosen. Hold down on your shift key, click right here at the edge, and move straight across to this edge, and that will make your gradient. Now if you don't like it, you can start at a different position, move it over, just keep playing till you get it the way you like it. Now we'll go up to the team name, double click it. Now we want to change that to a white lettering style, and we'll call this the Columbus Orioles. Just start typing. And now click anywhere else back over here on the team name layer. Now double click over here where the effects is, and we can change that stroke to an orange. Now just click on your orange anywhere now to give it the orange color, and then click OK. Now we can go to our name layer. We want to make it orange, so to bring up our color, just click orange. Now to change the name, we can just change it to say Timmy, and we'll say Burns. Click your name layer again, and that will lock it. Now our year, if we want to make, say, the letter style black, well, we switch this around and we just click black, and it's already at black, so now it's black. And if we want to stroke it with orange, we go back to our stroke tool, click on our color, choose the orange anywhere we like. Now we have a black lettering with orange stroke. Now our sport name, just double click it. If we want it orange, we just make sure orange is selected and it's changed to orange. Now last thing left is our logo. We go to our logo. You want to highlight that layer. Now you can turn it off, and now go locate your logo. Remember, I use drag and drop a lot, so just drop it and it'll drop it straight into your template. Move it down to about where you like it at. Double click and that lights it. Now if it's too small or too big, remember you can use Control T, then tick your control box, your constrain tool, then you can move it around still. Double click it and it lights it. If you like, you can put a drop shadow. You can make it as big as little as you want. Now everything is total customizable as far as colors and all that goes. If you don't like the starburst effect, sunburst, you can turn it off. If you don't like the stripe there, you can turn that off. You can turn, if you don't want a logo, you can turn your logo off. You can turn off the sport name. But I also like if it was a different year, double click a year. I know it's not 2015, but let's just say it was 2015. Just type 215, click back on your layer, and you're set. And that's all it is to it. I appreciate you watching my video tutorial, and if you have any questions or problems, feel free to contact us, and we'll be happy to help you any way we can. Thank you, and have a good day.